Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, people of royalty. I'm going to be going for the wave 25, wave 30, whatever it is, giraffe on a treadmill survival pet again, okay? But this time, it's going to be different. I'm going to be hitting level 60 mid completion of this very, very long challenge, and that should hopefully give me the upgrades that I need to be able to complete it. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It's going to be a long episode and a long journey towards this. For those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of survival, specifically on Magus Quarters. I'm going to be doing easy difficulty Magus Quarters survival mode. My goal is to just complete survival difficulty and get to wave 25. There should be some sort of illustrious pet at either wave 25 or wave 30. We'll have to see. I have pretty much the same setup that I've been doing since I was 13 years old, and I'll go ahead and show you guys what that setup is. It has been adjusted, little minor tweaks here and there throughout the years, but on easy difficulty, this should be pretty easy, you know, wink, wink. I think the last time I did this, I did it on medium difficulty, and I got to wave 20. So if I could do that, then I feel like I could pretty much do this to wave 25 on easy. I feel very confident. We shall see, though. The early game setup is really simple. Bouncing blockades right here in the middle. This allows them to sometimes bounce mobs into the lava pits, which is actually really important, while also keeping enough space between the bouncing blockade and the inevitable cannonballs I'll place behind it, which are really good for obviously clearing the waves. But having some space between the bouncing blockade, having it in the middle, as opposed to just at the back, it makes it so that the ogres, when they smash their giant clubs, they don't do AoE damage, also hitting both the towers. It'll only hit this tower as opposed to also hitting the bowling balls. So let's start. Wave 1 will be really easy peasy. Don't even need to show it to you. The only downside to playing this on easy difficulty is that the minions are so slow that it just takes a really long time. But it also makes it that much more, you know, the difficulty curve is a lot lower. Watch these goblins go flying. You just love to see it. Okay, except when it's an archer out of range. Never mind. That's what you need the bowling ball turrets for. At least that's part of the reason they're a huge help. I wonder if I could one-shot these with... Yeah, my character, for reference, has almost no hero damage, and even he is strong enough to be able to obliterate any of these mobs in pretty much one smack. First wave completed super easily, of course. Let's go ahead and make these towers, have them far back enough to where they're not getting that AoE damage on them. Then a bowling ball turret on each side. At least one for the time being will be good. With one bowling ball and one bouncer blockade, I'm okay to go ahead and start building the harpoon turrets just in case the wyverns start coming at some point. Having them have enough range on the wyverns, but also, as you can see, this one leaning hard over there, being able to help the side ranges is really, really, really good. But with no mana left over for towers, we just go ahead and start the next wave. We have to kind of spend a lot of time getting that mana. It's tough on easy difficulty. You definitely get less mana. There's positives and negatives for sure, but I think the positives when trying to go for wave 25, just it makes it even, you know, remotely possible. This is not going to be good for XP. This is not going to be good for drops. The main reason to do this is really just going for that pet at the end game. So if I end up losing at wave 20, 22, 23, 24, something like that, it ends up being a huge time loss. But let's just manifest it and not even speak that into happening. Another harpoon on this side should be good. Wyverns are coming in from this wave. Nice to see. I went ahead and built harpoons on the other side as well. And I'm down to just go ahead and start this next wave. And I'll go ahead and collect the chests while the wave go ahead and starts. Because I just don't need to save that like time. I can just go ahead and, you know, time is going to be important here, and I think rushing through everything, like I don't need the extra power. I know that I can easily crash through the waves already with my current tower setup. Just constantly spamming G and just making sure I go to the next wave at the moment is probably ideal. I talked about gaining a level throughout this wave, and I'm really hoping I didn't bite off more than I could chew. I understood the XP was going to be slow here, but as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner on that XP bar, I have a long way to go, and maybe it's a lot more XP than I realized than I can get from easy survival. Even if not, I still might be able to beat this just being level 59, but getting that level 60 change and that huge like upgrade would be a really, really, really big help. Now we can finally start putting double bowling balls on these little staircases. And once again, I'm going to spam G, go straight into the next wave while still collecting the chests for the mana. build phase right into combat phase. All right, now that all of my towers are fully built, I'm at 90 out of 90 defense units. It's just time for upgrades. So I collect all my mana to be able to do that when possible. I'm going to be trying to avoiding damage every wave, which I've been able to do so far at least. If you avoid any damage throughout the wave, you do get a 30% XP boost, which I've been reminded of many times in the comments, which has been a huge help. So I'm going to go ahead and go for that every time. It should be pretty crucial on these XP waves. Another wave complete. Another wave spam start with G. There you go. Wave 6. I think it's everything to level 1, and then we'll go up from there. I did want to, actually almost forgot, I did want to mention, this is definitely a type of challenge or a type of event where it's worth for me to go ahead and multi-box and use the in-game emulator to go ahead and also get some XP on my Huntress. So I'm going to go ahead and have her stand in the back, just ready up with her whenever I need to. It's going to slow down how fast I'm able to ready up, but once I need to learn the keybinds anyway, so it should be good for my muscle memory to get that down. And honestly, none of these item drops are ever going to be upgrades for me, but as you can see, now I'm getting some for my Huntress that might actually be useful. For such a long passive grind like this, multi-boxing and Dungeon Defenders is just something that's so unbelievably important to be able to get that XP, and it's something I don't utilize nearly enough. And I believe with this Harpoon Turret upgrade, everything should be level 1. Nice. A good base to start on. Now let's get everything all the way up to 1-star upgrades. We have a long way to go for that, but it'll be helpful. Another wave complete. Let's go. Like, honestly, we can just stay here and wait for this chest to pop up so we can collect it. We can go ahead and spam G on this character, swap over to F5 without even swapping our screen. So I actually switched over to the Huntress without even going from her POV, readied up, and then switched back to the Squire. That's a really cool little tip, a little mechanic to know. Another wave complete, wave 7 done. Moving on to wave 8 here. I'll press G, I'll press F5, I'll press G, I'll press F2. Next wave we go. It's just that simple. You can see it all. There you go. Even has to catch up to my APM. Unbelievable. It's like 1 AP. It's so slow. You have so much time to be able to do that. Okay, the first Ogre of the waves coming. We're on wave 9. I skipped past the... You guys don't need to see me start combat on every single wave. So the first Ogre is coming in. I'm curious to see. Last episode, I made the terrible mistake of trying out insane difficulty, and that Ogre had 900,000 HP. So an Ogre with 10k HP, 15k, getting shredded like that, quite the difference. Also, every tower is level 2 now. Kind of nice. All right, and defeating these 2 orcs should get us over to a wave 10 milestone. Let's see that top right-hand corner change. Show me the wave 10. I'm going to go ahead and insta-ready up on my Squire. There we go. Wave 10 coming in. We'll upgrade this, get into level 3 next, and grabbing all the chests, of course. And man, why? I swear, Huntresses, it's some of the coolest equipment. Look at these bows. It's hard to see with all the stuff floating around, but they just look incredible. But on to wave 10, we actually jump into the combat. We'll see. Ooh, the ninjas are here for this wave. Okay, our first wave. Oh, I almost got blasted straight into the lava. Wait a minute. Let me play a little smarter. Guess I should turn my brain on a little bit. A pico bit of brain might help in this situation. This whole section is actually level 3'd. Kind of impressive. Hop over to some Harpoon level ups. A bunch more mana coming in now that we're in the higher tiers of monsters, which is honestly really nice. I really need the extra mana, so we'll take that for the difficulty increase. Now this staircase should also be fully level 3, aside from the Harpoon turrets, which we'll get to, of course. So only the middle staircase needs the level 3 upgrades, as well as the Harpoon turrets on the outer edges. Where's that Ogre coming from? He's coming from the west side on the map. Coming over here. 31k HP. Definitely a big HP upgrade. We'll see how fast he gets taken down. I've already been hit once. It's totally fine for me to go ahead and just do some damage on him, take him out easy peasy. With that 400 mana, we'll go ahead and put that into turning the middle section into level 3s as well. All right, 800 mana. That's just enough to get level 3 on this entire middle section, which is cool. Still need a fair amount of Harpoon upgrades, though. Wave 10 complete with minimal problems. No hero damage, or no, sorry, turret damage really being done, which is a huge sigh of relief for sure. Good sign. Once again, we'll do our quick little swap over. I think it's F5 to... Wait. What happened? Uh-oh, I did something wrong. There we go. Combat phase for wave 11 starting. Probably should be careful when I go... Yep, that's why. Because I could have... I could have tried to maintain the XP benefit, but I went down to collect the chests while the ninjas were still on the map, and they can just come smack me around. And it's not like I'm going to die. I'm not really in danger of dying, but going for that XP boost when possible definitely is ideal. Once again, that XP boost is taking no damage throughout the wave. But I can battle up here now without any risk of losing that, which is kind of fun. Now the east harpoon side is now fully level 3. So every section, we only need one more harpoon third. That's it. One more harpoon for we have the mana already. There we go. Everything is now level 3. I only have one more level up available. So once everything is fully 1-starred leveled up, we will literally just be AFKing the peak Dungeon Defenders tower content. All right, wave 11 of combat completed. We're starting to do some star upgrades. As you can see, that entire staircase is actually already star upgraded, which is kind of nice. I'll go ahead and work on the other staircases before doing the harpoons probably as well. Oh, wait, wow. Wait, something I almost totally missed. At level 60, I'll also be able to fully upgrade my towers. Holy guacamole. That makes that level up even way more important than I realized. That's actually nuts. Okay, I need level 60 ASAP. Maybe I should have just rushed that before even attempting this, but oof, yikes. Maybe we'll get it. Ah, man, oopsie whoopsie. All right, this staircase should be 1-star fully leveled up now after this bowling ball. Nice. Only one more staircase to finish 1-star leveling, and then we'll move over to the harpoons as before. The waves are getting much longer, as you can see, with me still being on wave 12 and with around 500, 600 enemies left to still defeat here. All right, with this upgrade, all staircases will be 1-starred. Pretty low HP here, but I'm managing to stay alive and still get mana, so I'm going to try to risk it, but I don't want to lose all my mana if it comes down to it as well. We're at, ooh, a little mask upgrade is kind of cool to check out. I definitely want to store it at the bare minimum. We've got our 700 mana, our 300 HP. Let's go try to get one more thing star leveled up without dying if possible. Get a nice turret upgrade, sure, right here in the middle. And there's the wave complete. There we go. I'll get a heal here at the end. It's nice. Like, I'm so scrunched for mana. I really want to get all of it into upgrades that I'm trying not to even heal myself when possible. There, I get the full upgrade there, so I don't have to worry about it. We'll grab all the mana chests and collect everything where possible. Here's the final star level up for this west wing of harpoon turrets. Only 2 more big level ups left on 2 turrets. All right, with this harpoon, only 1 more tower left before we're at full star upgrades, which is the max I can do until I hit that 60 level up. But look at our XP in the bottom left. We actually gained a lot more XP last wave than I feel like we have previously by a large margin. So we might be able to get that level 60 mark before the end of this, which would just be absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I'm aiming for. So if we could hit 60 and do one of the biggest like challenges of this entire series, getting the giraffe on the treadmill is one of my largest goals that I have in mind. Giraffe on a treadmill and level 100. Those are the 2 like biggest main goals that I have for this series. If we can get one of them done, it's really, you know, that large of a deal, that huge of a deal to me. I might need to end up making some more goals as I kind of learn the game. It's really tough to make goals about a game if you don't actually know like what the real end game of like PC looks like. People have talked about in the comments of like Moonbase, I believe either Nightmare or Insane or Hard difficulty, and that is interesting to me. But what's more interesting is going ahead and getting 1-star upgrades on all of the towers. Now, as you might have noticed, these bouncer blockades are starting to take some damage. I will have to be a little bit on heal patrol. All right, there's wave 14 done, giving us wave 15 clearance, which is a cool milestone. No core damage, giving us a 1.3 times modifier in XP, and we got another of these dragon pet. For reference, this dragon pet is like probably by far the best pet that I have. I think I did this on medium difficulty, to be fair, last time, which is why my current pet is better. But you roll new stats. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, no, my current one's way better, but that's kind of interesting. I didn't know you would just get it. You could like roll a new one, roll new stats. I assume if I'm on medium, maybe it's different, but that was kind of cool to just re-roll the pedals. Also a pretty loud in-game noise that I had my audio turned off for, so you guys didn't have to hear it. But from this point on, I'm just going to keep going, and I will pretty much only see you guys if I ever have any like real issues pop up. It should be pretty smooth from this point on. Actually, I want to try to not get damaged this wave as I'm about to get attacked by a ninja. No. Okay, we made it. I'm going to be hard chilling and actually eating my dinner while we go ahead and crank through these waves. So I'll see you guys maybe at wave 20 or something. All right, the good news is I should be able to get level 60 in the next wave or so, as long as I don't take damage and just get the XP boost. So I'm just going to lay back, play it cool, and take that healthy 33% boost. Oh, wait a minute. I got the level up in the middle of the combat wave without even, just wasn't even looking. That's actually crazy. Like, I did not expect to get that much XP. The XP from defeating the minions, now that they've just gotten a bit stronger, has probably just ramped up dramatically at level 15 or wave 15 or something like that. So Oh, wow. We're level 60 now, fellas. That's going to be an insane upgrade. We're going to have to spend a lot of time scrolling through the item box after this wave. All right, here we are at the famous level 60. Let's dump it all into damage. The only way we know how, and let's go check out the item box, which is probably like, what, 12 plus pages? 16 pages, mostly of level 60 gear that I have been stocking up. Oh man, I have to go ahead and just go through everything one by one, locking all the stuff I want to keep. Any pets I'll be keeping for the time being, even if they're not super powerful, that's totally okay. I'll keep all that, and we will unlock anything that is okay to be sold. I think this is like okay to be sold. This is probably a previous sword, not actually an upgrade by any means. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a big sell. So we'll go ahead and go through one by one. I'll show you guys any of the notable stuff on the way. Okay, I finished off sorting through the weapons, just the weapons. That's it. So I'm go ahead. I wanted to actually go ahead and just sell all, but I actually just realized as I'm recording this clip, if I do that, I would just sell everything that's unlocked, which is not what I want to do. Now there are some huge helmet upgrades and other like body. There's probably other huge gear upgrades that I should really spend my time sorting through. So I almost made a big mistake, but thankfully, you know what? Due to recording this clip, I didn't do that. Kind of a W. Quick little upgrade we can make, just putting this on over my shield. A quick little shield upgrade, and this is a pretty massive, it seems like, bracers upgrade. We can go ahead and go through that as well as unlocking these to release these. You know what? I think my strategy, I will say, has been keeping all of these since they're not very common items. All the bracers and like the masks and everything, as well as the bucklers, they're just not very common. So if I can save those for a secondary character, honestly, it's probably worth doing. So we'll keep all that for now and head back to the helmets. This is the page I was on where I'm going to continue sorting. Like, look at this. Like, you're just seeing green numbers across the board strictly. This is like truly an unbelievable upgrade. I'm pretty much gaining upgrades in everything. The only thing here is I would be losing 11 AoE range, but I'm gonna go ahead and give that to my hero, and I think that's like definitely worth the trade-off, honestly. And we'll just go ahead and if we have any other upgrades over that, we'll go with that, of course. Like this helmet right here is a potentially huge upgrade. So we're gaining 5 attack rate with it, losing 5 damage, gaining 16 AoE, but losing, no, actually that's not an upgrade at all. We're losing a bunch of HP. We're losing 10 HP, losing 5 damage, and the main benefit here is 16 AoE range. No, I don't care about that. That is not an upgrade at all. So that is all trash. We'll go on to the next page, onto page 12. Now we're on the vests and the body ornaments. An upgrade here would be pretty nice since my current chain vest has -8 tower damage, which is pretty brutal. Once again, those bottom stats are pretty much everything I care about. Like, this is a massive upgrade. We're losing like 1 or 2 stats here by switching to that, but we're also gaining like effectively 26 tower damage because we went from -13 to +13. So that was a pretty absurd upgrade. I'm going to keep searching through these just in case, looking for those tower stats. Once again, the only stats I care about are those that bottom row, essentially. And then even then, you see things like my rage ability and stuff take over that bottom row, which I don't really care about. I just want tower stats. So it looks like page 12 is done. Moving on, make sure everything's unlocked that I don't want here. Like, these need to be unlocked. Onto glove slot. Let's see if there's any upgrades here for me. This does seem like a small upgrade. I'm gaining 2 HP. I am losing, I'm gaining 2 HP, I'm gaining 9 attack rates, I am losing 5 damage, that's okay, but I'm also getting 11 AoE. I think that's actually definitely go ahead and worth the upgrade. We'll unlock that, and that seems, everything else here seems like it's probably not going to be an upgrade. Well, that actually looks pretty good. I will say the current piece of gear can be upgraded only 11 times. Only being able to be leveled up 11 times is very, very low on a piece of gear. So if I can find a better upgrade, like possibly this, that can be upgraded like 23 times, that definitely ends up being better in the late game and throughout play. Honestly, this might be better for me. I'm trading 2 of each of those, but for 4 damage. Yeah, that's definitely better. Let's go with that for sure. Take that all day. We're gonna have so much mana when we sell all of this off as well. It's gonna be super, super cool to see. This might be, nope, not an upgrade for me by any means. Nope, not worried about that. Last glove slot, I think, nope, not an upgrade. Wait, this actually seems insane. Plus 17 damage, plus 17 that. That's the only 2 tower stats. It's kind of nuts, but not what I need. Now on to boots. Let's see what we can find. Like stuff like this, these boots sell for 100,000 mana. These go for 125k, and these are an unbelievable upgrade for me. With this upgrade, I'm getting 8 tower HP, 1 attack rate, 5 damage, and like 7 AoE. That is just an unbelievable buff all around. That aggressive is crazy. Okay, wow, I don't see, there's no way any other boots can match that. That was unbelievable. There we go. We sorted through everything. We're finally done. Let's go ahead and click sell all unlocked items. Yes, let's see how much mana we get. Show me the number. Wait, 3.5 million. So I just gained almost 25% of my mana from soaring through my item box and getting rid of everything that I had been collecting up until that point. Wow. And even then, I was like pretty aggressive about like keeping anything that I might even possibly need. So that's very, very, very powerful. We also unlocked the ability to level things up one more time, our towers and everything. I want to go ahead and honestly start putting levels into things here and there. I really want to maybe start... Wait. Someone actually mentioned this to me, and I almost forgot. This is a huge tip for anyone playing right now who's semi-new or maybe coming back to the game like I am. Your pet levels up alongside you. They gain XP just from playing the game. You don't even need to like pay for them to upgrade or put any mana into them. So make sure you're abusing your pet upgrades. Look at this. Like I have 2 levels here that I've just gained from XP that I've never put into, like so many levels. How many levels? I'm going to guess I'm going to have 12 levels. That's my guess. I'm at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's more than that. There's no way I have like 24. There's no way I have max, right? We're at 25 plus DPS there. You want to go into a different stat? Maybe we go into HP for... There we go. Wow. Level 16 just from natural XP gotten. Now you can... It seems like you can actually go ahead and pay to get the XP like that. But there's just no... With pets, you don't have to. You just gain the XP from actually playing with them. So good on my dragon. But I'm down to go ahead and do a little bit of upgrading. For example, these boots were so much better than every other boot I've ever seen by far. I think it's super safe to go ahead and put some investment and some mana into them. I don't see myself getting boots that are better than this for such an unbelievably long time that I just feel super comfortable dumping a fair bit of mana into them like that, putting them up to level 10 out of 17. I don't want to upgrade anything that like I might get an upgrade on semi soon, but once again, stuff like that where I don't see myself getting an upgrade on it for quite a while is super, super nice. I do want to eventually get a max level flame order. It's kind of a cool goal that I have, and it also should grant me an achievement. I could go ahead and go for that now, or I could take advantage of the really cheap level ups on certain pieces of gear. Like how much does this cost to do one level? 8k. Like we could go ahead and dump a little bit into that maybe, but I'm not even seeing any stats. You know what, I'm not going to worry about the gargoyle horns are cool. Like I could go ahead and dump 10k. The next level's what? The next level 10k, and then the next being 100k mana. That's actually crazy. Like this costs 3k per level, 9k, okay, 17k, getting kind of, you know, a fair bit more expensive. We'll jump down. Now we're below 12 mil total mana, but that's totally okay. This is still pretty cheap. We'll dump into it. Did that get max level? What just happened? 6 out of 7. This thing only has 7 levels? That allows me to... What? Okay. Well, now I'm able to get the achievement and then also name it. Since I have absolutely no idea how I want to name my armor, nor do I really care about it, I think naming stuff after my most commenting and most active people in my comments on YouTube is probably going to be what I roll with. So congrats to Chiku the Darkling, excuse me, who left some really cool feedback. Let's see if I can actually type it out. And they've been commenting on a lot of my videos, clearly enjoying the series. Congrats to you. You'll be my first piece of gear, being the maxed out headset. And I'm just going to use that to go ahead and put into damage. There we go. Max upgrade. We get a nice achievement, Steam achievement out of it, which is really cool as well. I've kind of been passively hunting those, not really actively. I would love to actively hunt those once we get more towards late game, but we'll see how that rolls out. I just noticed the description on this piece of armor, ugly but useful. These are so cheap to upgrade. I'll go ahead and put a little bit into these. I don't need to have them be super powerful. I could see these potentially getting upgraded in a little bit of time, but for the time being, since they are mostly very, very, very cheap to upgrade, we'll stop there. And then the same with the chest piece, even though I can kind of see myself replacing this at some point pretty easily. Go ahead and dump some levels into it up until, there we go, 20. There we go. All right, let's check my stats, because my stats just got dramatically increased. 220 hero base defense, 168 HP, 83 AoE, and 134 attack rate. I've heard a lot of different things on defense AoE. I feel like there's probably a definitive cap number to where this stops being useful. If you guys have any feedback or have any knowledge on that in the comments, it probably would be dramatically helpful. Now, you know what? I wasn't planning on doing this episode. I wasn't planning on doing this today, but I have so much mana. I've been so frugal about it, so safe about it. I think I am okay dumping whatever I need to get the flame water to max level, because the flame water just, it really is a piece of gear that is really meaningful to me and very, 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 very cool. It's my favorite weapon in all of Dungeon Defenders, and there we go. Now it is max level. And for the name, I'm going to be giving that honor over to Chris L, another cool commenter who's given some great feedback and advice. Specifically, Chris L721. Thanks for your feedback, man. Thanks for watching. There you go. You're my flame warder forever now, dude. And we're going to put that into HP, since I think HP is a really good catch-all stat, or tower HP, to put on an item that I kind of want to have forever. So I'm very comfortable with that. We'll go ahead and continue on. We need to heal all of our towers now just a little bit. Well, actually, not just heal. We can actually go ahead and start upgrading them to 5 stars. This is going to be my first 5-star tower of the entire series. Oh, it's beautiful to see. I say 5-star. It's 3-star, but it's level 5. That takes absolutely all of my mana, to the extent where I have, you know, absolutely none left. So I'm going to have to spend a lot more grinding before I can actually upgrade any other tower to 3 stars. All right, but here we go over to wave, I believe, 18 of combat, 17, wave 17 with a ton of new upgrades. So I'm excited to see how much even easier it'll be. My towers had started taking some damage before, but we went from, our bowling ball turrets are now doing like 5,800 damage per. I think that increased by like at least 1k or something. What are the harpoons doing? That's what I'm curious about. I need to be able to track that and see all the harpoons are doing 5,900. What? I'm pretty sure they were doing like 2,900 before. That seems unbelievable. That seems insane. Maybe it's capping out at their HP. Maybe they're just one-shotting everything. Yeah, because I'm just seeing different numbers. I think they might just be... No, but it should still show the over damage. I'm not sure. That's astounding me. Okay, I cannot be in combat, actually. I do not do enough damage. I need to just try to not get hit. I have been... So, I don't think I've been damaged this wave. I think that was just... HP that I got from the level ups that hadn't like been reattained or healed in any way. And the ogre is coming in from this side. Let's see how fast my towers just rip through him once they actually can finally hit him. Let's see. Show me a harpoon shot. Room to do. Yep, there we go. Absolutely destroy. Let me grab his mana without getting hit if possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to retain the 0 damage. Why are you right here on the edge, bro? Are you good? What is happening? Oh my, I haven't checked my my Huntress screen in quite a while. I know that they have a lot of levels stored up. How many levels stored up? I'm not sure. I know at least 1, but we'll go ahead and get rid of that and then hop back over to my Squire. Before I was like battling through trains of enemies from behind to get the mana, but I literally don't think... I think if I tried to do that, I would probably take a fair bit of damage. I don't think my hero has the damage now, but my towers absolutely do. So I'm trying this new strategy where I essentially just run around and pick up the mana, and I'm trying to get enough to get these level 3-star power-ups off. I think getting these 5-star power-ups or 3-star power-ups onto the bouncing blockades is probably my best bet, since those are the towers taking the most damage right now. I'm not even sure if that's necessary. Maybe I should put them on the towers behind. Maybe that would help more. I'm not totally sold. But since this is already lacking the HP, we'll go ahead and use it as an upgrade and a heal. Very slow one at that, but there we go, our second 3-star tower. Somehow I've been able to just sort of skirt my way around and carefully pick up mana while not taking damage. So there we go, another tower I'm going to be able to upgrade up to 3 stars. But I think I should get my 1.3 times multiplier here for XP at the very end of the wave, as long as starting the wave on lower HP doesn't count as like taking damage. I don't think I actually took damage. I just started the wave at a lower HP, but that might register as such. I'm not sure. All right, I missed seeing the amplifier at the end, so I'm honestly not sure if it triggered, but even if it didn't, that's totally okay. We've got a lot of chests to go pick up for some mana, gather what's left over, and I do try to pick up all of these little mask type vanity. It's literally just a quill, like for future characters, because you just don't see those pieces of quote unquote armor drop very often. Into the next wave I go, though, on wave 18 of combat. There's way more ninjas coming at me this time, but that actually means more mana crystals, so like the fat mana crystals, so I'm honestly super happy with that. I actually just took, are you kidding me? I just took 22 points of damage, so, well, I lost my HP reamplifier for that round. Let's just go ahead and commit and actually, you know, gain all the mana. Why not? That was such a dumb little mistake, but honestly, it kind of just removes the stress, I guess, of trying to avoid that while still collecting the mana for the upgrades. Once I get everything 2-3 star, I'll be able to just really not worry about it again. But until then, it's probably worth just tanking the XP loss on the waves to get 3 stars and everything. Dude, I have no idea what happens once I do reach wave 25. I don't know if it just ends. Like, I remember in the console versions, you could just keep going. I don't think at wave 30 it ended. I know reaching wave 30 was like the huge reward wave where you would get the giraffe on a treadmill on Xbox, excuse me. On PC, it says out of 25. It doesn't say that on... Are you kidding me? No. I like got nudged on the staircase, and yeah, definitely not my fault. True, baby rage, true and real, copium. Let's head over to that ogre that just got killed and grab that mana to reclaim the like 700 mana I just lost in that process, unfortunately. That's totally okay. We'll grab all this. But anyways, my point was, I don't know if like at 25 it just ends. Can you keep going? Should I even like worry about getting triple star upgrades? Is it going to matter since I only have 7 waves left? I have no idea. I mean, only 7 waves left, but this is going to take like a long time. Also, wait a minute. I just noticed, I'm pretty sure my amount of minions coming in is like the same as last time. 1920? That's not how, what? I'm pretty sure on Xbox it would dramatically keep increasing. I don't think it would like stay at 19, unless I'm misremembering. All right, 1220 mana means 1 more triple star upgrade. Let's just go ahead and finish the middle because it's just gonna look so nice. We'll go ahead and get the middle fully 3-starred out. Bam, there it is. It does look so nice, golden. I feel like I am going to start going into attack rate on these next upgrades. I feel like at this point, the only thing doing damage to my towers are the kobolds if they're fast enough to be able to reach them before one of the other towers attacks. So that comes down to attack rate, of course. Now, what do I want to triple star Evo next upgrade? Probably this. There we go, get that upgrade. I've been recording so long, this is just such a long journey, that I'm starting to say things like misspeak and say things like XP Reamplifier and Evo. These are Pokemon terms and Pokemon terms, so my channels are starting to bleed together because I've been recording for so long. Look at the goblins over there. Wait a minute, the goblins marching to the left of that staircase? That was awesome. The way they just all marched in sync up here so orangely. That was just a really cool visual to see. They were all in sync perfectly. 3D space tower defenses like this are just unbelievably gorgeous. I know I always say how much I love tower defense games and how much they are super underrated in today's genres, but hilariously, I actually never played Bloons Tower Defense, one of the like probably hulks of probably the most popular of the entire genre because people just has a lot of access to it, right? And it's probably a genuinely fantastic game. The only thing comparable, I played Pokemon Tower Defense back in the day. That game was phenomenal. Pokemon, to this day, Sam and Dan Games and Pokemon Tower Defense was one of my favorite. I want to say well balanced. Pokemon Tower Defense 1 was pretty strangely balanced. You had to grind a lot in that game. You could not go from one map to the next, but it was like a serious challenge. There was a lot of puzzles you had to solve, and there was very, very rewarding when you finally did. There we go. There's that wave complete, wave 18. I'm going to go ahead and probably immediately ready up. Let me grab this chest really quick, and that'll give me enough mana. Ooh, not quite. Almost to 1 more 3-star. Let me 3-star this, and then, yeah, I'm only gaining... There's only 60 more mobs coming in the next wave comparatively from the last. That's really shocking to me. That's a very, very small increase in the amount of, monsters coming in. I've already taken damage, so I've blown my, goal of trying to get that amplifier, but that's totally okay. I want to go ahead and run around and get the mana while I can. I'll worry about that, getting the XP amplifier once I have everything 3-starred. Add another 3-star to the logs, 1 cannonball turret over here, and these honestly definitely need the help. And I think with this, every single staircase is 3-starred now. Yeah, that's actually way faster than I realized. Only 6 3-stars left to do only. All the harpoons still. Yo, what's up? My name's RetroPat, and if you're currently watching this, you're watching me go for one of my favorite and lifelong gaming achievements that I've ever wanted. But it also means I split this up into 2 episodes. So, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, dislike if not, and subscribe to stay up to date. And make sure to check out my channel tomorrow for the second part and to see whether or not I do achieve this great feat.